Death is the only certainty we have in life, and even knowing that one day life ends, people are never prepared to lose someone. I work with death, and I face it every day. What I'm going to tell you today didn't just happen once. I wasn't a person who believed in spirits and paranormal things until it happened to me. So, if you are a person who doesn't believe in those things, subscribe to this channel, because here you will see the most terrible animated horror stories, and you'll start to believe. I was on my night shift that day. It was from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Every day when I started to work in that morgue, the bodies were already on the table, ready for the autopsy. And that day when I arrived, my co-worker named Daniel was already there. Well, this kind of job is not for everyone. You need a lot of courage and emotional strength to deal with a dead body. Daniel appeared to be one of those guys who don't fear death, and that used to make me feel safe. I didn't want to stay there alone, with those bodies without soul. I noticed there were two bodies. A 19-year-old man who had drowned in a frozen lake. Rescuers pulled him from the water, but unfortunately he was already dead. There was also a woman. She was about 25 years old. However, there was no information about her. I didn't know the cause of her death, her name. I didn't know anything. I looked back, and Daniel had already started working with the man's body. I ignored the woman and went to help him. 25 minutes had passed. That's when Daniel's cell phone started to ring. It was a call from his wife. He answered, and she told him that she was feeling sick, so he had to go home to take care of her. But he said he would have come back at the end of the shift, just to clock out and see if everything was okay. Oh great, now I had to stay there alone with those corpses. I know they were dead, but I always had the impression that they would open their eyes and get up. Just thinking about it gives me goosebumps. Well, with no other option, I continued the job, opening the belly and the chest of both. After a while, I took a break and went for a coffee, which was in the same room. Most normal thing in the world, you must be thinking. That's when I realized, when I turned, that the woman's body was gone. It wasn't on the table where I had left it. I rubbed my eyes because I couldn't believe it. Maybe I was hallucinating and my mind was playing a trick on me. I opened my eyes, and as incredible as it may seem, the body was there. What the hell? I thought. It was in the same way I had left it. Did it actually happen? I was pretty sure I saw the table completely empty. Well, I was confused, but I went back to work. I didn't want to touch that woman, so I was just buying some time working on the boy's body. And every now and then, I would look out the corner of my eye to make sure she hadn't vanished. That's when I noticed that her head had moved a little. Did I not put it right on the support? I walked over to her and stared for a while, thinking, what's your problem? Who are you? I've always heard scary stories from my coworkers, but none of them made me as scared as I was in that moment. I just wanted Daniel to be back. He was taking too long. Could it be that something had happened to his wife? That morgue felt like an abandoned place during the night. Not a living soul to keep me company. I stopped in front of the door that gave access to the hall, and I remember feeling the temperature dropping appallingly. And when I turned, that body was standing still like a zombie. And the scariest thing was that her chest was wide open, and I'm pretty sure I saw her heart beating, pumping blood, and at the same time, almost falling out of her body. I swear I tried to open the door, but it just wouldn't open. It was like someone was holding it from the other side. And that's when something really bizarre happened. I closed my eyes, sat on the floor, and started screaming a lot. I don't know how to describe the fear I felt in that moment. That's when Daniel arrived. And without understanding anything, he asked me what was going on. And I told him everything, without even having the courage to look around to see if that thing was still standing there. And what he told me made me cry a lot. He said, "Don't be silly. We only received the body of that young man today.